So here's the thing, you really don't need astrology or special tools to discover what your life's purpose is. Why? Because your purpose is already leaving you breadcrumbs, already leaving you clues, already like giving you signs as to where to look, where to go, what to do, what your life purpose is. Although I will say it is much easier when you get a Vedic astrology with me. In that case, you could DM me at AstroDevi333 or go to AstroDevi.com where you can book your personal Vedic astrology reading and we'll go right into it, what your life's purpose is and so much more. But I'm going to share with you in this video 6 powerful ways that you can discover what your life's purpose is, starting with number 1. So think about and notice what you naturally gravitate towards, okay? Think about it. Like what topics, what activities do you love to do? What makes you lose track of time when you're doing with them because you're having so much fun or it's just so interesting and it's really like compelling to you. Also think about what problems you like to solve. What problems do you solve very easily? What problems do you solve naturally? Or what problems do you just love solving? Because even if nobody's paying attention or even if nobody's paying you, you're doing it, right? You're acting on it. And maybe like one of the biggest clues here would be like thinking back as to what you loved doing as a child, before people start to introduce ideas as to what you should be doing or how you should be living your life or what your purpose should be. But I have found that when you pay attention to what you naturally gravitate towards, especially as a young person, a child, you'll find it very easy to discover what your natural gifts are, what your natural values are, what your natural interests. And usually those interests, those gifts, those talents, those skills are tied to your life's purpose. And I have found that they're tied to your career as well. Number 2, reflect on your life's biggest experiences. What do I mean by this? Well, your purpose usually hides behind your wounds and behind your breakthroughs. Okay, so think about the moments in your life that really shaped you, that really impact you. And this could be something that was very painful or something that's really empowering and something that really made you feel like, wow, and so think about also like what you overcame that other people are struggling with, where you find that your advice helps people very easily with, and you might also discover how your personal story helps other people. And that it could also be part of your life's purpose. So I always find that many people really discover their purpose through or by transforming their personal pain into wisdom, into some sort of service, into some sort of, project. You know what I mean? And I've seen it so many times, where I hear and watch these documentaries and the life stories, and people all of a sudden have this experience and that's forever life changing and they're forever in a different direction. Number 3, I really want you to pay attention to what feels right in your body. So your body is obviously very, very intuitive, and your body could really help you to discover through the sensations, what your specific life path is. And I say this because, when we go through certain experiences, our body reacts a certain way. When you feel good or something good's about to happen, your body usually is just very relaxed, it's expansive, it's excited, or it could be calm. But if something doesn't feel right, what does your body do? It could get very tense, very heavy, it could contract. And so use your body to help you discover what your life purpose is, by asking very clear questions, but also get very clear about the difference between the outside pressure of the world and also your inner genuine guidance. So your body, believe it or not, is a lot more honest than your rational mind, because your rational mind sometimes gets conflicted between logic and intuition. Number 4, think about the impact that you naturally make on other people. This is huge because your life purpose isn't just about what makes you feel good. It's also about the impact that you're having on others. And this could be really profound, So think about like how you change the people around you, what do they consistently thank you for? What advice do they consistently ask you for? What kind of energy, support, and insight do you offer naturally, even without trying? It just comes out. This could also indicate specific patterns that will also reveal like your unique method, medicine, talent in the world. So here's number 5. Sometimes we discover our purpose through experimentation, through our own personal evolution. Many times you discover it by, following your curiosity, because you're conducting an experiment, because you're taking some kind of small aligned action, because the truth of the matter is sometimes it just doesn't hit us very quickly, but because of our experience, because of an experiment, because of the way that we're evolving, our purpose starts to present itself to us. So really be patient with yourself. Give yourself a chance to grow, give yourself a chance to refine, and just really to evolve. And number 6, silence is powerful. Okay. Sometimes when we completely cut off the external noise of the world, and you start to really have deeper conversations with yourself. This could be through meditation, maybe journaling, maybe taking walks in nature. I know for myself, when I go through for walks, I get so many downloads, so many insights. I get a lot of predictions when I'm going on for a walk, or for some, just simply sitting very still in your chair, after having a cup of tea. It really depends, but it's important also to have a very nice dialogue with Divine Creator and just ask, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? But when you do ask very clearly, and also tell Divine Creator to give you the answer in a way that will completely be undoubtable, that will absolutely be clear, and that will absolutely come through in a very obvious way, because we want the information. So stillness is definitely one of those methods to discovering your purpose in life. So in closing, your purpose is always tied between what brings you so much joy and what the world needs. Those two always come together and always signify and reflect what your real purpose is. So sometimes, like I said before, you could discover it through intuition, through self-reflection, through real life experience. Although astrology definitely sheds a really big, deeper light on your life's purpose, you know where to find me when you want to look for that one. But just trust yourself, trust your inner guidance, and know that these are some ways that you can really gain clarity in discovering what your life's purpose. And for those of you that have already found it, let me know which method actually helped you discover your life purpose and how that tied into your career, into what you're doing today. I'll see you all in the next video.